Hey, thanks for doing what you guys do. Everybody have a great day. Back to net control, N6QDY. Thanks.
Alrighty, thank you, David. You have yourself a good day, and thanks for joining us. This is W2 BLT. Next up, we have KM7 CGI, Larry in Maricopa, Arizona. Good morning, Larry.
Beautiful Maricopa, Arizona. We're going up to a high 90, bright sunny day, as just about every day is here. But my favorite question was my first one when I found this net was, which do I prefer, sunrise or sunset? I really like that question. But that's my answer. Everybody have a great day.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you joining us, Larry, and we'll enjoy that nice weather. I've got 31 degrees at the moment. All right, folks, let's take regular check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo 1, Mike, Charlie, Oscar. K1, MCO, J in Orlando, Florida.
Kilo Oscar 4, Romeo, X-Ray Echo. Kilo Oscar 4, Romeo, X-Ray Echo, Wendell.
KO4, CLD, KO4, CLD.
KE2, GAT, in and out, playbook. Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor. Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris.
Kilo 5, Bravo, Mike, India. Kilo 5, Bravo, Mike, India. Mobile.
Juliet, in and out.
KJ5, DHF. KJ5, Delta, Hotel Foxtrot, Sugarland, Texas, Mobile. This is Kilo, Julia 5, Delta, India, Tango, Matthew of Arkadelphia. Kilo 4, Victor, Tango, Tango, KK4, VTT, mobile handheld. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo.
Alpha, Kilo, Golf 2, Lima, Alpha.
Let's hold it up there for just a moment. Let me recognize who we got here. Somebody's trying to key up over top of me. We have KG2LA, Ernest, N2 ISK, Bob, KK4 VTT, Bruce, KJ5DIT, Matthew, VK4 BYF, Bob. We have WD8 KOB, Rod, K5 BMI, Kyle, VA3 KTJ, Chinsuk was in and out. We have KB8 PLV, Chris, KE2GAT, Walter, KO4 CLD, Michael, KO4 RXD, Wendell, KK7DY, Clark, and K1MCOJ. I had a station down further. I want to confirm this call sign. Was it KJ5 Delta Hotel Sierra?
KJ5, Delta Hotel Foxtrot.
Alrighty, we got you, Robert. Thanks for clearing that up for us. We got a couple mobiles in here. Let's take them. Let's go to, see who we got mobile here. KJ5 DHF, Robert in Sugarland, Texas. Good morning, and the question of the day is, what has been your favorite morning brew question?
morning, Brew Crew. Early morning here in Houston. Traveling down to New Orleans today. Favorite question. I honestly, it's early in the morning and I'm drawing a total blank right at the moment. I can't think of one. I apologize for that. No worries. I don't have much of a memory myself, to be honest with you. But thanks for joining us and have yourself a good day. All right, let's go to the top of this list here. Jay, K1MCO down in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. This is K1MCO live this morning from the Orlando airport. My favorite question definitely is the drawer question. I keep cleaning those drawers out, and it's like a never-ending story. I was in the back to you, Scott, but before I do that, I'm going to pray for all the people in the island of Jamaica that are going to encounter that crazy hurricane out there. Pray for them. 7-3, K1MCO.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Jay. You have yourself a good day. KK7DY, Clark out in Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the Brew Crew. Well, I'm a rail fan, so my favorite question was if I ever in an overnight back to net control, KK7DY. Alrighty, thank you. Appreciate you joining us, Clark. You have a good day. Next up, KO4RXE, Wendell in Crittenden, Kentucky. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. KO4RXE here. Good morning, Vicky, and everybody on the East Coast Reflector system that's out there pushing that button. I won't say a favorite question. All of them have been interesting since I've been joining, but I will say the one that caught my attention more is the one they just had with the sitting back, letting the car drive for itself versus you manually driving. KO4RXE, everybody have a great one. 73.
Alrighty, Wendell. You have yourself a fine day, and thanks for joining us. Next up, Mike, KO4CLD in Tuscumbia, Alabama. You've been around for 439 of these nets. What's been your favorite question?
KO4CLD, I had to wait for my node to identify. I would have to say, and it's fitting that you're net control right now, and that would be any questions having to do with food. All those questions got everybody engaged. KO4CLD, back to you, Scott.
Oh, alrighty, and I might have a few more up my sleeve here. Thanks for joining us, Micah. You have yourself a good day. This is W2BLT. Next up, KE2GAT Walter, down in Lynbrook, New York. Morning, Walter. What's been your favorite morning brew question? E2GAT, are you still with me, Walter? Go to KB8, BLV, Chris up in Novi, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the net this morning with the Morning Brew. I think any question that lets you reminisce about growing up or your childhood. So my favorite question was, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's always fun to think of the possibilities. And then bless how we are wherever we're at today. You have a good morning, everyone. Back to next. 88 CLV.
Alrighty, thanks, Chris. You have yourself a fine day. K5 BMI, Kyle in Silsbee, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the crew. Yeah, I haven't been on that many nets, so I have to go with one of the more recent ones, and it was the one about the waterfalls close to you. Gave me some ideas about places that I need to go see. 73s, everybody, and have a good Tuesday.
Alrighty, waterfalls it is. Have a good day, Kyle. Thanks for joining us. WD8KOB, Rod in Madison, West Virginia. Good morning.
This is WD8KOB. Good morning, Ned. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday morning. 48 degrees here in West Virginia, and we got rain coming in later on this week. Well, I tell you, I find all the questions very interesting, but the sunrise, sunset question was pretty good, I thought. Anyway, have a great day. Back to that. WD8KOB.
Alrighty, thank you, Rod. You have yourself a good day, and sunrise or sunset it is. VK4 BYF, Bob in Moore Park Beach, Queensland, Australia. Good to see. Good afternoon or good evening.
Good morning. I'd have to probably go to the haunted house, as we do have a few hauntings over here, and we've looked into it. But I must admit the roundabout one was good, but I'm going to go to the haunted house. Anyway, VK4BY. Have a good day, folks.
Alrighty, Bob, thanks for joining us. Haunted House it is. KJ5 DIT, Matthew in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Good morning.
Good morning. My favorite question was, you were talking about, let's see, hoarding things. And do we hoard any things like jackets, shirts, whatever? And my answer, as I remember, being ham operators, it's the nature of the beast. We hoard radios, we hoard parts, we hoard things that do and do not work. 73.
Hey, thanks, Matthew. You have yourself a good day, and I appreciate you being here. Okay, KK4 VTT Bruce down in Kissimmee, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning to one, good morning to all. Have a great day out there. It's overcast, very foggy down here, Central Florida, Orlando area. The question, you know, they were all good, funny questions. I have to say they were all fun, they were all good. Hey, you guys out there have a great day, and thank you for letting me have some fun. KK4 VTT, somewhere here downtown Orlando.
Alrighty, thanks, Bruce. You have yourself a fine day. And to ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning.
Scott and crew. Yeah, I think maybe the question about autonomous driving was very interesting. I don't believe in auto anything. I want my manual transmission. I want control, no computers. And I have to question what the purpose is for battery cars. I'm old school, so there you go. Anyway, have a good day all, and to ISK.
Thank you, Bob, for driving, Thanks for joining us this morning, and we got you down for autonomous driving. KG2LA, Ernest in Webster, New York. Good morning.
I would have to say that
Ernest. You were all broken up there. I don't know if you're coming towards the repeater or going away from it, but try it one more time. We'll try. We'll come back to Ernest in a minute. KD3AJN, Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody else there this morning. Well, my favorite question was the one about how do you put your toilet paper on the roll, because I kept thinking about my cat playing with it. Everybody have a great day. KD3AJN.
One of our more thoughtful questions. You know, it's all about the question in the morning. Have a good day, Anna. Thanks for joining us. Next up, Norm, NY, 1US, down in South Wales, New York. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Scott, and Vicky and everybody on the brew crew today. And it's 38 down here in little South Wales, so I'm getting chillier every morning, unfortunately. So I think my favorite question was the one about the number of keys on your key ring. That was kind of interesting, but they're all pretty good. So thank you, Scott. Have a good day. NY1US.
Alrighty, thank you. Appreciate you joining us, Norm. You have yourself a great day. Next up, KQ4 UAM, Kevin in Interlaken, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the crew. I would have to say, Scott, all of them are my favorites, so we appreciate everything y'all do. KQ4 UAM, back to the net.
Thanks, Kevin. You have yourself a fine day. Last on this list, KC2JZE, Bob in Hamburg, New York. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, to all the net. I'm going to go along with the self-driving cars. That stirs your brain, makes you think about it. Have a great day, everyone. KC2JZE.
Alrighty, thank you, Bob. Let me try one more time for KG2LA, Ernest in Webster, New York. See if he's any closer to that repeater. With nothing heard. This is W2BLT. Let's take some in-and-out stations. In-and-out stations only, and please remember, this is not a race. We'll get you all in here. In-and-outs only, please. Come with your call sign twice and slowly.
November 9, Echo Hotel Tango, and 98HD. Good morning, in-and-out.
Mobile. In-and-out. Good morning.
November Lima Mobile, KT2NL Mobile, in-and-out.
Emil, Jose, in Oak Hill, Texas. This is KD2ZJW. That's Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Juliet Whiskey. On the mobile today, going in and out. AIHC, Alpha India 7 Hotel Charlie. Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango. Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango. Foxtrot Zulu, KC2ZFZ.
right, let me pick it up there for a moment, recognize all these in and outs. Right at the top of this list, we had K8 BWK. Don't know if he's still traveling, but thanks for joining us, Ben. We had N9 EHT Doug, W7 OMH Mike, KD2NL Chip, KQ4 VSN Richard, KJ5 MEL Jose, KD2 ZJW Joe. We had K2 CMT Mike in DeBerry, Florida. We had KC2 ZFZ Andrew. And we had one in there. It started with an Alpha India. Could you come back with that call sign again, please? How about any call sign that ended in HC? Anybody I didn't acknowledge there that wanted to be in and out?
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Mike Kilo. Chuck and Allen Park, I'm in and out.
KSA-EXL, KSA-EXL, mobile, in and out.
W4 VDX, Whiskey 4 Victor Delta X-Ray, mobile in and out. Alrighty, we're gonna halt right there. We had W4 VDX, Gabe. We had a KF8EXL, Malcolm. And KE8PMK, Chuck was in and out as well. And then via the text line, we had the KD2YUY, Charles. And we had N0CKV, Mark. Let's take some more radio check-ins here, and then we'll run the whole list. Anybody anywhere who wants to hang around and answer the question, please come with your call sign twice and slowly. WHK, W8WHK. Alrighty then, we got Bill W8WHK. Let's go to the top of this list and run them. First up, one of our team members here on the East Coast Reflector, Mike 2CT. Good morning, Mike, and you've been around for a few of these brews. What's your favorite question?
Well, I'm going to go with breaking it down to a category, and it's always been my favorite category, and that's food. I like to get everyone fired up and thinking about food and getting them hungry, making them want to rush off the radio and jump on to the nearest restaurant or nearest frying pan and get something going. Thank you, Scott. And Vicki, I didn't want to confuse you this morning, but I got in there on the in and outs and didn't mean to. This is Kilo 2, Charlie Mike Tango, back to net control.
No problem, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a good day. Food question. You know where I'm going at 8 o'clock. KD2YUY, Charles, in Syracuse, New York. Good morning.
Sure. Good morning, everybody listening in on the brew. My favorite question, probably an easy icebreaker question on or off the radio, and it was a while ago. Are you a cat person or a dog person? 73, all back to net control. KD2, YUY.
Oh, you're right, Charles. That was a while ago. Good memory. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us. And 0CKV, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota. Good morning.
Morning, Scott, Vicky, rest of the Brew Crew, and everybody else on the net. My favorite question is the junk drawer. I just got through cleaning out 2 of them for a major reconstruction project we're about to start tomorrow. Everybody have a nice day, N0CKV, back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Mark. You know, we just redid our kitchen a couple years ago, and I had to get rid of the junk drawer by orders from headquarters. I just took the junk drawer and I just tossed it all into a box. And it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to go through that box and get everything that was in there. Have a good day. Thanks for joining us. Last on this list, W8 WHK Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning. It's 68 degrees here. It's clear skies, no fog, although they brought the forecast that it was going to be here. As far as the question goes, I guess I just looked this one up from past brews is, would you dump your date if he or she didn't like ham radio? That one's a real thinker there. Okay, this is W8WHK 73 is back to net control. Good morning, everyone.
You know, I forgot about that dump your date question. That was a whole long time ago. Good grief, good memory. Have a good day, Bill. Thanks for joining us. Alrighty, folks, this is W2BLT. Let's take some more stations. Those of you looking to join the Morning Brew, please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
November 5, Juliet Oscar Juliet and 5JOJ, Bill, Northeast Oklahoma.
Kilo Charlie 3, Lima, Alpha Victor.
November 5, Juliet Oscar Juliet and 5JOJ, Bill, Northeast Oklahoma.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there for a moment. Thank God somebody came back. I thought I was going to have to call Derby Dan and get him to sing this morning for the first time in a while. We had WA8 CLG Doug, N5JOJ Bill, KC3LAV Mike, KJ5DXB Frank. We had N8ZFH Gary via the text. We had 2E0LRV Les. Is there anyone else who wants to get on this list before I run them? Please come with your call sign twice.
Kilo Golf 5, Oscar Juliet Mike. Kilo Golf 5, Oscar Juliet Mike.
This is November Juliet 1 Sierra Mobile, NJ 1 Sierra Mobile, Eric in Vermont, mobile with a check-in only.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. We had NJ1S, Eric, up in Shelburne, Vermont, was in and out this morning. Have a good day, Eric. We had KG5, OJM, Bradford, in Coons, Texas. And the rest I acknowledge. Let's go to the top of this list. WA8 CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Doug. And the question of the day, what has been your favorite morning brew question?
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And to think of the question, I like any of the questions and the answers that make me laugh. because that's the way I like to start my day. Just a recent, though, I remember the question, how do you cut your sandwich, and all of the different answers that came in. Everybody have a good one. WAHCLG. Back to you, Scott.
Alrighty, yeah, I still think about that when I make a sandwich, too. Have a good day, Doug. This is W2BLT. And 5JOJ, Bill in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Good morning.
Hey, top of the morning to the brew crew there. It's rather cool here, start for the morning here, but we're doing good. And you know the questions I don't like with the other guy. I like the food questions. Barbecue, what kind of barbecues you got, and what do you cook on there, and all that kind of stuff. That's the ones I like. I always learn something on that. But anyhow, everyone have a super day today. Thanks for taking my check-in. I got on the air this time and not via text, so surprising there. So N5JOJ, everyone have a super day. Back to net control.
Well, you have a good day as well. We're glad to have you this morning, and I'm glad we can give you some information on food. Food's not a bad thing. KC3LAB, Mike in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir, and a fine good morning to you. This is KC3LAB, Mike from Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, at the bottom of the hill. And it's a pretty nice day down here. Starts out like 45 degrees, but it's fall. And I enjoy the food questions also, like cutting sandwiches. Yes, the ways to cut sandwiches are quite invigorating. And hopefully everyone has a great day. We're looking forward to going to find and forage and dig out some grub here today. Actually, it's Tuesday. Have a great day, everyone. KC3LAV, back to network clear.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us this morning, Mike. Appreciate it, as always. Next up, KJ5DXB, Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. Good morning.
KJ5DXB, good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody. I'm going to have to be a little biased here, stay with the food. One time y'all picked my question. Do you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Thanks for the check-in. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Net.
All right, PB&J it is. Have a good day, Frank, and you submit more questions. We always use good questions. Even bad questions we use. Next up, N8ZFH, Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and the crew, and I was trying to think of which one. That's why it took me a while to check in. But I recall a while back talking about spare tires or fixing a flat, and I didn't know where the jack was for the car, so I had to look it up, read the book, found it under the back seat, and doggone it, within a week I had a flat tire and had to change it. Please check me in and out, N8ZFH, back to net.
Oh, that's pretty good. I must have been sleeping in that day with that question, but that is a good question, and I hope it helped you fix your flat. Have a good day, Gary. Oh, let's go across the pond here to 2E0 LRV, Les, over in England. Good morning, Les.
Good morning, guys. Good morning to the Brew Crew. I think it's got to be the junk drawer by a good mile. That was the one that really got me thinking. I did try and get in on the keys one because I was going to say I wasn't that far off. I actually checked. So I guess. But I was going to have a supplemental to that one and say, what else have you got on the key ring? You know, a 50-year-old army camo that was not even nice to hear on that. Dear, on my queuing as well as the key. But yeah, no, that's my favourite. I mean, sometimes the simplest questions are the most difficult ones to answer. You know. What's your favourite cake? Oh dear, that's a long list to pick one from. But yeah, sometimes the simplest ones are the hardest ones. The difficult ones actually turn out to be quite easy. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for running the net. And, as I say, best wishes to everybody on the other side of the pond. 20 LRV, lives in the Shire.
Thank you, Les. You have yourself a good day, and I appreciate you joining us. Next up, at KG5, OJM, Bradford, Coons, Texas. Good morning. KG5, OJM, are you still with me?
Good morning to the net. This is Bradford, KG5OJM in Coons, Texas.
Well, good morning. The question of the day is, what's been your favorite morning brew question?
You got me there. I can't think of one. It's not that I haven't been listening, but I cannot think of one simple question. It's always early in the morning.
Yeah, I understand. I had trouble remembering questions as well. Have a good day, and really appreciate you joining us. Okay, next up, N3LLY, Glenn in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the crew. Well, let me see. I haven't had access to be able to listen to the Reflector for very long, but I seem to remember a question, what seems like months and months ago, that it had something to do with our dogs and what we do with them in the morning, the first thing. I don't know, that's just a stab and a good guess. Anyway, good to hear the Reflector on it. Even better to be able to check in on a regular basis. 730 from N3LLY.
Alrighty, thank you, Glenn. And what question was that again?
I can't remember the question exactly, but I think it had something to do with either our animals, our pets, or our dogs in the morning.
Over to Al, K8BAC up in Britain, Michigan. He'll take you out the rest of the day. Have a good day, everyone. This is W2BLT. It's all yours, Al.
Alrighty, thank you, Scott. Good morning, everybody. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, K8BKY, across the field. Well, looks like we've got a pretty good question going on here, because it's what has been your favorite morning brew question. Anything that has to do with food usually gets interesting. But hey, it's 8:01. If you're on the way to work, well, you're late if you have to be there at 8 o'clock, so you might as well play on the radio. Let's take mobile check-ins. Mobile check-ins only. Come with your call signs twice and slowly.
2 CJM, W2 CJM, in and out.
Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike, Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Bravo Mike, in and out. Good morning.
Kilo Juliet 5, India Mike Whiskey. Kilo Juliet 5, India Mike Whiskey, mobile, in and out.
Alrighty, let's hold it up right there just a second because we had a double right at the top of that list. I want to get that other double in there. We had KJ5IMW, Robert in Texas, he was in and out. KO4FBM, Jose in St. Cloud was in and out. And W2CJM, Charles in Selden, New York. They were all mobile in and out. There was another station that doubled with Charles. If you could come back with your call sign twice and slowly, we'll get you.
2, Papa Mike Sierra. Kilo 2, Papa Mike Sierra, mobile.
Alrighty, yep, that's who I was looking for. Any other mobiles? Any other mobile stations? Come with your call signs twice and slowly.
Alpha Romeo, Joe and George, in and out.
Joe, you're broken up just a little bit. Try coming back with your call sign again.
Sierra Alpha Romeo.
We almost got you. Pause a couple of seconds after you hit that push to talk button because we're not catching the very beginning of your call sign. So let's get that one more time.
That's Kilo 4 Sierra.
By golly, we put it all together. Kilo 4 Sierra Alpha Romeo. Joe, Durham, North Carolina. Looks like you're new to the system. All right, any other mobile stations want to check in? Come now with your call signs.
Kilo Delta 6 Delta India Quebec, KD6 DIQ, in and out.
Alrighty, well, we'll go with this. We had KD6DIQ in and out, Todd in Yucca Valley. KJ5IMW, Robert, Houston, Texas was in and out. KO4FBM, Jose in St. Cloud was in and out. W2CJM, Charles in Selden, New York was in and out. Guys, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great day. Safe travels. We had K4SAR, Joe in Durham, North Carolina. And K2PMS, Paul, Springville, New York. We also have N8HLN, Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan, checking in via text. We'll get to you in a minute, Mike. Let's get these mobile stations. Question of the day, guys. What has been your favorite morning brew question? Let's go to K2PMS, Paul, Springville, New York. Good morning, Paul.
Morning. I think my favorite question of the morning was one that was quite a while ago, and I think it was the one that was my favorite question of the morning. Actually, it's been pretty interesting so far. K2 PMS.
All righty, thank you, Paul. Have a great day. So next up, we got K4SAR, Joe in Durham, North Carolina. Looks like you're new to the system, so you probably won't have a decent answer to this question, but that's all right. If you are new to the system, the East Coast Reflector system, you'll receive a welcome letter if you have a valid email and QRZ. Good morning, Joe.
Morning. I was trying to check in and out because I thought I was just about to get out of the truck and go into breakfast at the place that I had agreed to meet fellow for breakfast. Turns out to be closed on Tuesday morning. We've gone to another place now. Anyway, yep, I'm not usually out and about this early, but got a Bible study that's been going on weekly here for a while, and we've been popping out for breakfast afterward, and happened to turn the radio on, and glad to hear some activity on here, and linked up to all over the country. So it's listening, and I hope to chat
in again sometime soon. I am good in URZ. So, but he has a great day. 7-3 from K4SAR.
All righty, thank you, Joe. Don't be a stranger, man. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lots of stuff on the EastCoastReflector.com website, so visit us. All right, well, let's. We got a couple more here. KG8QP Jeff in Perrysburg, Ohio is checked in. Let's get N8 HLN Mike in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Mike, what's been your favorite morning brew question to date? Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and the crew. I think my favorite question has been the sandwich question, because every time I prepare food in the kitchen, I'm reminded of that question. And I'm conscious of which way I cut my bread. So there you have it. 73 to all. Everyone have a great day at HLN.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. All right, thanks, Mike. Have a great day. Got a KG8QP Jeff in Perrysburg, Ohio. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. I've been thinking about this one for a little while, and to be honest, I just don't think I can come up with one. I just love all the questions, enjoy every day hearing what people have to say, some of the different comments. It's just really interesting, so there's just no way I can nail it down. But with that, everybody have a great day. KG8QP, back to next.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Have a great morning. Let's go to Bob in Ecorse, Michigan, KQ8U. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Al, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. You were asking somebody that could hide his own Easter egg. Nothing comes up. I love them all. It's a treat. Sometimes I talk about them through the day. You know, I heard on the net this morning. That's the best I can do. Everybody have a great day. KQ8U, back to the net.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Have a great morning. Yeah, they some of those questions really get people thinking. Affect you the rest of the day, but that's all right. Get your brain started in the morning. All right, takes us down to the bottom of the list. Let's take general check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, want to come in? Give your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo India 5 Whiskey Yankee Charlie KI5 WYC Lucas and Spring in and out.
Kilowatt Golf, sir. Charlie Victor. Whiskey Delta 8 Papa India Charlie WD8 PIC.
Kilo Echo 8 Sierra Mike November KE8 SMN. Good morning. In and out today.
November Whiskey 3 United NW3U. KC1 QPL. KC1 QPL. GPQ.
Y'all must have stayed up watching that World Series game last night. Everybody sounds a little groggy, and there's not many of you. From the bottom up, well, actually, let's get our in and out stations first here. We had KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, and we had KI5WYC, Luke and Spring. They're in and out. Thanks, guys. Thanks for checking in this morning. From the bottom up, we had WB2, JPQ, Dick in Eden, New York, the godfather of the East Coast Reflector. KC1, QPL, John, South St. Paul, Minnesota. We had NW3U, David, Garner, North Carolina. We had KC2GRN, Joel, East Yaphank, New York. KY4NB, Scott, over there in Memphis, Tennessee. We had WD8PIC, Bob, over in Sylvania, Ohio, across the field there. KG0CV, Dave in Cold Spring, Minnesota. Looks like we had NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, checking in via text as well. So let's go up to KG0CV, Dave in Cold Spring. Good morning, Dave. Question of the day, what has been your favorite morning brew question?
Well, good morning, everybody. KG0CV, Dave here up in Minnesota where it's raining. Trying to get some rain, but as far as the question is, the favorite question, I'm not on the morning brew that much to even answer that one, so if I answer that, I don't know. Sometimes when I do listen in, there are some good questions. So, how was that? Just one for the check-in. Back to net.
All righty, Dave. We have a good morning, sir. And send some of that rain this way. We could probably use a little bit before the real cold stuff sets in. Let's go down to Sylvania, Ohio, WD8PIC. Good morning, Mr. Bob.
I don't remember, well, of course, my favorite questions are the driving questions because I can't. I don't really have a specific question, but I like the driving questions. So, and please keep me in your prayers. I'm trying to get people together for a low-band dipole taken care of. So I would appreciate guys praying about that, and also about some health insurance. They're canceling a health insurance plan. We've got a plan figured out that will work, but we couldn't submit it because of the internet outage last, the day we did it was the day all that trouble. So hopefully we can make another appointment with the lady and get it all taken care of. And maybe by then some other things will happen. There were some other insurance companies that are still making some decisions. And depending on how they decide, there might even be a better one. So anyway, back to net control and on the Kenwood V71, which I'm really enjoying. It's a new radio to me, and it's perfect for a blind person. Back to net, with the voice board, WD8PIC.
All righty, thank you, Bob. Hope everything works out for you, bud. Have a good morning. Let's go to KY4NB, Scott, Memphis, Tennessee. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew, Brother Randall, Brother Webb, and it's 55 degrees Foxtrot here in Land Elvis Barbecue. It would be just impossible to pick one question, and I couldn't remember them all anyway. So they're all good, they're all fun. Good to hear everybody this morning as I make my way to work. KY4NB, back to net. 7-3's all.
All righty, thank you, Scott. Have a good morning, sir. Let's go to KC2GRN, Joel in East Yaffank. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, Al and Vicky and everybody on the Morning Brew, KC2GRN. I don't have a favorite one, but they're all really just so good, and they get your mind thinking early in the morning. Sometimes gets confused, but they're all really good. One particular one, I don't know, I couldn't really say. But anyway, you guys do a great job. Appreciate it very much. Anyway, have a great day. KC2GRN, back to you.
All righty, thank you, Joel. Have a good morning. Let's go to NW3U, David, Garner, North Carolina. Good morning, David.
Good morning from Soggy, North Carolina, to everybody on the brew this morning. Hope everybody's doing well today. And I think my favorite question is the question of the day, because it got everybody trying to figure out what their question of the day it was, favorite one. So I'm going to say that this question is my favorite question. You guys have a good day. I'll catch you tomorrow. 7-3's NW3U.
All righty, thank you, David. Yeah, and it's, you get questions like what's your tire size on your car, how many windows do you have on the east side of your house or whatever. You get people running around their house first thing in the morning and the neighbors all think you're crazy. All righty, let's go to KC1QPL, John, South St. Paul, Minnesota. Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, sir. KC1QPL. Favorite questions. I don't know. That's a tough one. I've been listening for quite a while, and I don't have a favorite question. I hope that's okay. I just wanted to check in, and thanks for having me. In case you want QPL back to you, sir.
All righty, thank you, John. And yep, it's always okay, sir. You have a great morning. Let's go to the godfather of the East Coast, Reflector, WB2JPQ. Good morning, Dick.
Well, you just alluded to it a few minutes ago. Good morning, Bill, Vicky, Scott. One of my favorite questions was one I asked maybe a year ago. How many north-facing windows do you have? Up until a couple of months ago, I was still getting emails. I know how many now. I got a compass. I found out where north is. To me, that was my favorite question out of all. But they're all good. You think it's not easy to sit down here at 7 o'clock in the morning and come up with questions, I'll tell you that. Thank you, Al. Hope to see everybody tonight on the TechNet. This is WB2JPQ.
All righty, thank you, Dick. Yeah, that was a pretty funny one. All right, let's go down to NW4Q Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Al, you're sounding good this morning. Trish usually listens to the conversation here, and when she responds to a question, I know it's been a good question. Have a nice day up there.
All righty. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, my wife, Terry, she'll jump in and start, people say things and she'll answer questions, and I'm just like, why don't you get your license? You could just join in. That takes us down to the bottom of this list. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KABKY, logging for me and keep me out of trouble, making sense of the confusion. Let's take general check-ins. General check-ins come now to call signs twice and slowly.
1, Lima, November, Charlie, Mobile 4, K1, LNC, Mobile 4.
Mr. Alpha 3, Charlie, Mr. Alpha 3.
Well, so far we've got BA3CRF Vern, Waterdown, Ontario, out taking his walk this morning. KF8DRJ Doug in Allen Park, Michigan via text. K1LNC Edwin, Red Oak, Georgia. Anybody else want to get in? Come to call signs twice and slowly.
KF8DJQ, KF8DJQ. 60WM, Kilo Delta 6, Oscar, Whiskey, Michael, in and out.
Victor Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, VA3ERY mobile, out 73.
All right, we got a couple more. We had some in and outs, BA3ERY, Eduardo in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. And we had KD6OWM, Steve, San Lorenzo, California. Guys, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great morning. We had KF8, DJQ, Kevin in Bowling Green. So let's just run what we have here. Question of the day, what has been your favorite morning brew question? Let's go to K1LNC, Edwin, Red Oak, Georgia. Good morning.
Good morning, Ned. Sorry, I missed the question. Say again the question, over.
That's fine. The question of the day is, what has been your favorite morning brew question?
It's a good question about the question. By the way, name here is Ed Echo Delta, and I'm Mobile 4 stationary in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I think the one about how long you've been licensed or when you were first licensed is one of my favorites. Over.
That is a good question. And I can't believe it's already been 5 years for me. And one of the reasons I even got licensed was I was hearing this particular repeater system on a field across about 15 miles from me here on my shortwave, and got curious about it. So, yep, that's a great question. Thank you, Ed. Have a great morning. Let's go to KF8 DRJ, Doug and Allen Park. Good morning, Doug.
Morning, Al. Everybody on the net, everybody in the Zoom room. Well, since my memory really doesn't extend beyond 30 days, I got to pick something recent. And the recent one, I think, is going to be the sandwich, just because of my mind went to the opening up of that little package from the convenience stores. And, yeah, it's going to be the sandwich for me. Anyway, back to net. Everybody have a good day. KF8 DRJ.
All righty, thank you, Doug. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Let's go to Vern. Out for his walk, BA3 CRF. Good morning, Vern.
Good morning, Al and Vicky and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up out for a walk. As I stepped out, it was 3 degrees. I must confess, I stepped out later today because I stayed up for the game. What a heartbreaker for the Jays in the 8th inning. In terms of your question, Al, anything travel related, I enjoy questions around travel. And I got to say, I do love this net. Thanks for doing it, Al. BA3 CRF.
All righty, thank you, Vern. And, yeah, if you stayed up and watched the game, you got 2 games for the price of 1 last night. I was working, didn't watch a single second of it, but I heard it was really, really good. And sorry about your team, buddy. But, you know, they were there. Better luck next time. Let's go to KF8, DJQ Kevin, Bowling Green, Ohio. Good morning, Kevin.
Well, good morning to everyone on the net this morning. I would have to say it would have to be how many keys on your key ring, because that was the question I gave to Dick, and he used it. So that was kind of cool. Good day, everyone, and we'll turn it back to net control. KF8 DJQ.
Well, all righty. Thank you, Kevin. Yep, Dick uses. That was a good question, too. That was a good question, because I'll tell you what, I've had a drastic reduction in keys on my key ring. I hardly have any of them like I used to. Thanks for checking in. Got a couple of text check-ins here, if I can speak. K5YNU, Florida and Conroe, Texas, and K04QMM, Roger, and Umatilla, one of our net controllers. Good morning, Roger. What has been your favorite morning brew question?
Good morning, Al and the Brew crew. Well, I'm going to have to go with the category of kind of like the trains, planes, and automobiles. I always enjoy those questions, and all of them, really. And the question that hasn't been asked yet. I'm looking forward to that one. So, thanks for getting me in there this morning. Beautiful morning here in Florida. KO4QMM, Roger.
All right, thank you, Roger. Have a great morning, sir. Let's go to K5YNU, Florin in Conroe, Texas. Good morning, Florin.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, Bill, Scott, everyone on the Morning Brew crew and Zoom room. Well, I thought about it and I remembered. My favorite one was, so far, the high school transportation. Brought me back a lot of memories. Back to the net control. Everyone have a blessed day. K5YNU mobile.
All righty. Thank you, Lauren. Have a great day. Appreciate you checking in every morning like usual. All right. Takes us down to the bottom of the list. Going to take a deep breath here, and we're going to take in and outs. In and outs only. Come with your call signs. Twice and slowly. Space them out, guys.
M5GI, M5GRXC, in and out.
This morning.
Have a good day.
MPH, in and out, thank you.
Let's hold it up right there for just a minute. We had a couple that got cut off short. What we have is KE2DOF, Brian, East Islip, New York. We have N5GI, Rick in the Villages. We had KO4RXE, Wendell, Crittenden, Kentucky. There's a couple more in there that doubled. Just those two. Come with your call signs twice and slowly and space it out just a minute so you don't double on each other.
1, Mike Delta Tango. Whiskey 1, Mike Delta Tango. In and out.
Echo 2, Bravo, Delta Oscar. Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, Delta Oscar. In and out.
All right, we got Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, Delta Oscar. Richard, Schuler Falls, New York. W1MDT, Matthew, Ellington, Connecticut. Who else? In and outs only. In and outs only. Come to your call sign twice and slowly.
W2, EM, in and out. Kilo Charlie 0, Golf Alpha Quebec. Charlie 0, Golf Alpha Quebec, in and out. W2 KJV, W2 KJV.
All right, we had Tony, W2KJB in Homosassa, Florida. KO4MMK Jeff, Popka, Florida. KC0GAQ Jeff, Cortland, New York. And W2EM Chuck, Lancaster, New York. And KE2BDO Richard, Schuler Falls, New York. We had W1MDT Matthew, Ellington, Connecticut. N5GI Rick, The Villages, Florida. KO4RXE Wendell, Crittenden, Kentucky. KE2DOF, Brian, East Islip, New York. They were all in and out. Guys, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining the East Coast Reflector like usual. We've already got the next list ready to go, starting off with W2AJR, Andy in Cheektowaga, and N1CBM, Carlson, Hollywood, Florida. Let's add to that. If you want to get in on this list, company call sign twice and slowly.
DWB, KF8, DWB. Mike Papa Hotel, K5MPH, in and out.
Whiskey Bravo 5 India Tango Tango, WB5ITT, in and out this morning.
Kilo 2 Papa Bravo, K2PB, in and out.
Alrighty, let's go with this. We got K2PB, Paul, St. Cloud, Florida. WB5ITT, Chris, Beaumont, Texas. And K5MPH, Michael, Brownsville, Texas. They were all in and out as well. Thanks for sticking your head in and saying good morning, guys. Have a wonderful day. We're going to add to the list KF8, DWB, John in Toledo, Ohio. Let's start with W2AJR, Andy in Cheektowaga. What has been your favorite morning brew question? Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Al. Morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. Boy, this is a tough one because there's been so many good questions. My favorite category of questions is kind of when was the last time you did something? When was the last time you went camping? When was the last time you went to the drive-in? That kind of thing. So I'm going to say when was the last time you went to the drive-in? That was my favorite question. Thank you, Al. 7-3, everybody.
All righty, thank you, Andy. Have a great day. Yep, those when were the last time questions are pretty cool. Let's go to our aeronautical net controller, Carlos in Hollywood, Florida, N1CBM. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, everybody else. Any question that brings out a personal story or evokes a memory? For instance, the one regarding the pickles on the burger. It was pretty fun listening to all the reactions people had to do with those veggies on the burger. Anyways, it's a nice day down here in Florida. South Florida, I should say. Hollywood, 79 degrees, and the winds are quiet, so beautiful sky. I'll send it back to you, Al. Everybody have a great day.
All righty, thank you, Carlos. Have a great morning. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to KF8, DWB, John in Toledo, Ohio. Good morning, John.
Everybody. Yeah, I have to say by far my favorite question was, which way do you load the toilet paper? That was a good one. That's something that I think everybody's had that argument about, how we load the toilet paper on the hanger there. Back to you, KF8 DWB.
Yeah, that can start an entire war right there. All right, thanks for checking in this morning. All righty, well, that takes us down to the bottom of yet another list. If you want to get in on this one, come with your call sign twice as slowly, anybody, anywhere.
This is November, Mike Juliet, November, MJN Mobile,
Delta, in and out.
This is November 8, Mike Juliet, November, N8, MJN Mobile.
Uniform, Foxtrot Romeo, KG5, UFR.
9, SAM, Whiskey 9, Sierra Alpha Mike, in and out.
This is November 8, Mike Juliet, November, N8, MJN Mobile.
W8, BPD, in and out.
KF8, DIC, KF8, Detroit, Dock City.
Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar.
All right, let's see who we got here. Looks like we got that last station that checked in. Was that K3GAR, Gary in Springdale, Pennsylvania?
That's correct. It's K3GAR, Gary in Springdale, Pennsylvania. Over.
All right, we got you added on the list. We also had KC5CPO Dave, Burleson, Texas. KF8, Detroit, Rock City, Jack, Rochester, Michigan. Had a couple of in and outs. W8, BPD, Brian in Warren, Michigan, and W9AM, Sam in Union, Ohio. Good morning, guys. Thanks for saying good morning to us. We also had KG5QFR Jacob in Farmers Branch, Texas. We had N8 MJN Marson in Sterling Heights, Michigan. He's mobile. We'll be right with you, Marson. N1 YKT Johnny in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Question of the day, guys. What's been your favorite morning brew question? Let's go to Marson, N8 MJN. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Al, Vicky, and everybody on the brew. This is N8MJN. I got to say this is one of my favorite questions, but the autonomous vehicle question that you guys asked a couple of days ago was entertaining to listen to, whether you drive that vehicle or not. That said, I wish everybody a great Tuesday. Stay 73s. N8MJN, back to net control.
All righty, Marson. Have a great morning. Be careful out on the roads. Let's go to N1 YKT Johnny, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'd have to say the one about cutting the sandwich, since Doug had that little background with the beautiful-looking turkey sandwich. Have a great day. N1, YKT.
All right, thank you, Johnny. Have a great morning. Let's go to KG5, UFR Jacob, Farmers Branch, Texas. Good morning.
Excuse me. Well, good morning. Thanks for picking me up. KG5 UFR, Jacob here in Farmers Branch. Actually about to unlock the back gate so the plumbing folks can come in and take a look. Maybe get cleared by the code guys today and get my new sewer covered up with dirt. And as far as net questions go, I really don't have a favorite one just yet. It's a great topic and a great question. It's kind of thought-provoking, and I haven't made up a thought yet. But usually, typically anything that's going to involve hearing how everybody's been or what they're up to usually is pretty cool to me. Just getting to hear, kind of keep in touch with everybody. But that's about it here. So back to net control. This is KG5 UFR.
All righty, thank you, Jacob. Yeah, and if you've been on this morning brew from the start, there's a lot of questions that have been asked. Some of them are repeat, but I tell you what, some of the things these guys can think of really crack me up. Let's go to KF8 DRC, Jack in Rochester, Michigan. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, everyone. I like the one that says, how you like your eggs. I said, I like my eggs upside down. And there's another one. I like the one that says, which one is your favorite movie? I said, John Wayne. And that's all I have for today. KFA, Detroit Rock City.
All righty, thank you, Jack. Have yourself a great morning over there. And thanks for checking in like usual. Let's go to KC5, CPO Dave in Burleson, Texas. Good morning, Dave.
Well, good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. And those working behind the scenes, making things happen, dealing with all those pileups. Boy, there's been so many great questions asked. I think probably my favorite was the reaction to toppings on hot dogs. That was kind of fun. So, anyway, and I think there was a question about pickles, too, what type of pickles. Anyway, that's all I got. 7-3, back to you guys. KC5 CPO.
All righty, thank you, Dave. Have a great day. Finally on this list, new to the system here, K3GAR, Gary, Springdale, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. Yeah, this is K3GAR here, Gary in Springdale, PA. This is my first time back for a long, long time. I'm using Echo Link here, and I had to move to a senior high-rise, and I just lost my whole station. I had to give that all up because of the move. But anyway, I'm using my cell phone and listening to you guys, and decided to check in. So that's really about what I have. This is K3GAR, Gary in Springdale, Pennsylvania. Over.
All righty, thank you, Gary. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, sorry you had to give all that up. That's a real bummer. But you know, we got a few other avenues you can get out there, and Echo Link's a pretty good one. Thanks for checking in. All right, it's 8:40. That takes us down to the bottom of another list. Let's start another one. If you want to get in, come with your call signs twice and slowly.
KP3 VPK. KP3 VPK.
Secure Colleen, this is Uniform Tango 3, Romeo, Ontario. Uniform Foxtrot 3, Oscar, calling to you and waiting.
3, Yankee Bravo Sierra. Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra. This is Uniform Tango 3, Romeo, Ontario, returning. Good day, my dear friend. Many thanks for my call. For my call, your signal report U5. U5. I don't know English well.
UT3RO, you're in the middle of a net. This is the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew net. If you'd like to hang on just a minute, we can get back to you. Anybody else want to get in on this round? Company call sign twice and slowly.
M7JPY, Mike 7 Juliet Papa Yankee.
Right, M7JPY Jason, Somerset, England. All right, let's just run this one. Question of the day, what has been your favorite morning brew question? Let's go to Mary, KB3 VPK. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, everyone. For me, it's a toss-up between did you ever drive a motorcycle or ride a motorcycle, or did you ever play a musical instrument? Those were some interesting stories. Back to you, KB3 VPK.
All righty, thank you, Mary. And with me, it's always how many hours has it been since you've played a musical instrument? I guarantee you. Frank, KC2JPQ in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Frank.
Morning, Al and Vicky and everybody on the brew. The question I liked was, can you fly a drone? Because that's one of my other hobbies, and I enjoy flying drones. So, 7-3s, I'll send it back to the net. Good question, KC2JPQ.
All righty, thank you, Frank. Have a great day. Next up, we have VA3YBS. Bill, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Al and Vicky and everybody else this morning. I think my favorite question was probably, do you like hot sauce on your food? I remember that one, and I remember my answer to that one. Anyway, this is VA3YBS. Back to you, and thanks for running the net this morning.
All righty, thank you, Bill. Have a great day. Finally on this list, we have M7JPY Jason, Somerton, Somerset, England. Good morning, Jason.
M7JPY, good morning. I've only had 2 check-ins. One question was about cat wax, and yesterday's question, would I stay in a haunted house? I would go with that one, because it sounds easy money to me. Like I said yesterday, it's not the dead that can harm you, only the living. Back to the net, M7JPY.
All righty, thank you, Jason. And I guess for you it'd be good evening. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in. All right, well, we got about 15 more minutes. Let's start another list. If you want to get this company call signs twice and slowly. Guys, don't make me start singing here. You won't like it. If you want to get in on this list, start another one. Company call signs twice and slowly. Don't be afraid of that. Push the talk button.
November 4th, Tango Echo Golf, N4 TEG, in and out.
Kilo Bravo 5, Zulu Yankee Lima. Kilo Bravo 5, Zulu Yankee Lima, in and out. Bill.
Well, that last time we had almost a perfect double. We caught the KB5 ZYL, Jeff in Montgomery, Texas was in and out, and M4 TEG Bill in Margate, Florida was in and out, but there was another one I was trying to get into. That one I didn't call, come with your call sign. One more time, twice, and slowly, please.
Good morning. November 4, Tango Golf, and 4 WTG, Barry and Danville, Virginia.
All right, N4 WTG, we got you, Barry. Anybody else want to get in with the call sign? Come with your call signs twice and slowly. Well, all right then. We'll just go with N4 WTG, Barry, Danville, Virginia. Barry, what has been your favorite morning brew question?
Bill, good morning to everybody. A little rainy down here in Danville, Virginia this morning. I'm just playing a musical instrument. I'm a musician, past musician, you might say. Played the keyboards, so kind of enjoyed that. And like I say, a drizzly, terrible morning this morning. Temperature about 50 degrees here at Danville. Thanks, Bill, for taking the check-in. Have a great day. N4 WTG Danville.
All righty, thank you, Barry. Have a great morning. All right, well, coming slowly but surely, guys. Let's start another list. In fact, it's about 12 more minutes. Let's do in and outs. All in and out stations. If you're in and out only, come with your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Charlie Golf. Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Charlie Golf. Jim, in and out.
82 CLP, Kilo Delta Tango Lima Papa, in and out.
2 Whiskey Golf.
Kilo 3 Mike Bravo Charlie. Kilo 3 Mike Bravo Charlie. Mark in Houston.
WA2SUM, WA2SUM, in and out.
Kilo November 4, Two-Tone Blue, KN4, TTB, in and out this morning.
All right, we got a decent list of in and outs. We had KN4 TTB Steve, Largo, Florida. WA2SUM Ronald, Groton, New York. We had WB2 WGC Kevin, Homosassa, Florida. K3 MBC Mark, Pasadena, Texas. KD2 TLP Jamie, Freeville, New York. And KR4 CCG Jim in Longwood, Florida. They were all in and out. Guys, thanks for saying good morning to us. I hope you have a great day. All right, this is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KABKY. Let's take some regular check-ins. Regular check-ins, if you want to get in the last 10 minutes, come now with the call signs twice and slowly. Don't be afraid of that push the talk button, guys. Got 10 more minutes, 9 more minutes. If you want to get in on the morning brew, come to the call signs. Anyone, anywhere. Come twice and slowly.
Oscar Zilla Golf, M5 OCG Mobile.
N7SH, N7SH, in and out today.
Michael, India Delta. Mark over here in Southgate, Michigan.
Mark over there in Southgate, KE8 station. Come with your call sign twice and slowly again. You were a little light. We didn't quite catch you.
Okay, this is Kilo Edward 8, Michael, India Delta. And this, of course, is Mark over in Southgate. KE8 MID.
By golly, we got to that time. KE8 MID. We also had N7SH Dan in Richland, Washington. He was in and out. Thanks for checking in this morning, Dan. We had N5OZG Joe, Metairie, Louisiana. And we had WB1DXN Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire, checking in via text. Question of the day, guys. What has been your favorite morning brew question? Let's get Joe, N5OZG's mobile. Good morning, Joe.
Number one internet. Not sure if you can hear me or not, and I'm probably at the edge of the repeater, but no other comments. Just would like to check in. Good morning. N5OZG mobile.
All right, Joe. Have a great morning. Checking in. Let's go to WB1DXN Daryl, Epsom, New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl. WB1DXN Daryl, are you with us this morning? Hearing nothing from Daryl, let's jump down to Mark, KE8 MID in Southgate. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning there, Net Control. I probably have to say the question I thought was pretty interesting was the one about the roundabout and whether you liked them or not. I, of course, was on the side did not like them, but I think they kind of complicate things, as they say. That's about all I have to say this morning, and good morning to everybody out there on frequency.
Well, all righty, thank you, Mark. Have a great morning. And, yeah, that was a good one, too. All right, well, we've got about 5 more minutes. Let's take some more check-ins. If you want to get in on the morning brew, come to your call sign twice and slowly.
AJ0 EF. Hotel Echo. AJ0 EF. Romeo Hotel Echo.
Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee.
Number 4, Kilo Hotel Zulu, N4 kilohertz. I'll be in and out.
Delta X-ray November. Whiskey Bravo 1, Delta X-ray November.
All right, that's not a bad little list. Checking in via text, we had KJ4LXJ, Rex in Crystal River, Florida. WB1DXN Daryl, Epsom, New Hampshire. N4KHZ, John in Rochester, New York. He was in and out. Good morning, John. We had KJ5GUI, Guy, Harvey, Louisiana. N4RHE, Roger, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And at the top of the list, AJ0EF, Joe, West Seneca, New York. Question of the day, what's been your favorite morning brew question? Good morning, Joe.
Vicky and the rest of the brew crew. I think my favorite one is, do you have coffee while checking into the morning brew?
With that, I'll turn it back to net control. This is AJ0EF73.
All right, thank you, Joe. I know a lot of times if I'm sitting listening and checking in, I'm drinking coffee, but I change to water before I start doing net control, so I keep my throat nice and looped up there. Roger, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, N4RHE. Good morning, Roger.
8BAC, good morning. Clever Cousin Vicky, November 4, Romeo Del Echo. I enjoy the responses to the question, why you became a ham. And of course, the question, mustard or ketchup. November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast, return to net.
All righty, thank you, Roger. Have a great morning. Let's go to KJ5, GUY, Guy in Harvey, Louisiana. Good morning.
Morning to Brew Crew. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Uniform Yankee down here in Southeast Louisiana. Metro New Orleans. Give a shout out real quick to my partner over at Joe N5OZG. You heard him, he's out over around here somewhere. And to answer the question, I think my favorite one, I like listening to all the answers, but my favorite one so far is whether that you put ketchup, mustard, either ketchup or mustard, or both on a hot dog. I think that was probably my favorite one so far. Anyway, let me get back to that control. Everybody have a great day. And as always, laissez le bon temps rouler, KJ5, GUI, clear.
All right, thank you, Guy. Have a great day. And, yep, nothing like a couple of hot dogs, but for me, it's just one stripe of mustard. Let's go to WB1 DXN Daryl in Epsom, New Hampshire. Good morning, Daryl.
What this time?
Daryl, you're dropping in and out. You want to try it one more time?
Hopefully, last time I pressed the wrong buttons. I can always do that, press wrong buttons before I find the right button. There's a lot of good ones, but I think one of the best one I like has to do with safety is, it was fire detectors and smoke detectors a long time ago. So back to net control, WB1DXN.
All righty, we got you that time. Thank you, Daryl. And yeah, I got a couple of HTs here. It's got like 4 buttons down the side, and I never hit the right one the first time. Have a great day. Finally on this list and wrapping up the Morning Brew, we have KJ4LXJ Rex in Crystal River, Florida. Good morning, Rex.
You and all the Brew Crew out there. Excuse me, but I kind of missed the question. Could you repeat it, please?
Not a problem at all. The question of the day is, what has been your favorite Morning Brew question?
I'll have to go with which way you cut your sandwiches. KJ4LXJ, back to you guys.
All righty, thank you, Rex. Thanks for checking in this morning. And with that, the little lady inside my head says it's 9 a.m. This is Al, KABAC, along with Vicky, KEABKY, Scott, WB2BL or W2BLT. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking into the Morning Brew this morning. And we are here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We now return the East Coast Reflector to normal amateur radio use. 73s, everybody.